Hello everyone. We've been a little MIA on here the last few days as far as long form videos go. On, what's today, Thursday? So I guess, wait no, today's Wednesday. So yeah, yesterday on Tuesday, I had something happen to me that I don't really feel comfortable sharing on here. And I really did want to make a video yesterday about an army story, but the thing that happened just really, it put me down for the day, let's just say that. And today hasn't been that much better, but I did get to go to the gym today, and I don't know, I felt like getting my camera out. So, we are going to make my dinner and tell an army story while we do so. So the last one I told was the ghost story. I feel like there was another ghost story I had, or something like that. Some creepy story. It'll probably come to me at some point. I can't remember right now. We could really throw it back to basic training. Everyone's got basic training stories. So when I went to basic training back in my day, in 2018, is it a spider? Hold please. Beans, get the spider. How about you handle business around here and do what you're supposed to do as a cat? What the heck? Weird looking bug. It was not a spider. So in 2018, I enlisted and I went to basic training. My day 0 was on Halloween. I'll never forget it. I always say it was the scariest Halloween I've had. And it was. If any of my drill sergeants are watching this, you still scare me to this day, but you guys were awesome. I had 3 for my platoon. I don't remember one of the guys' names. I'm not gonna lie, he was weird. I think he got caught up with some sharp stuff. Could be wrong, I don't know. But I remember my other 2 drill sergeants very much so. They both made a very big impact on my career from the start, from the jump. So, if either of them are watching this, and they are probably not, but if they are, love you guys very much. Anyways, when I went, we still learned combatives and did Pugil stick fighting training. I guess they don't do that anymore. I just had a friend go through basic training recently and said that she did not learn combatives. That's crazy to me because that's literal like hand-to-hand combat stuff, which yeah, the battlefield does look different these days, but I feel like if you're an American soldier, you should know how to fight. You know what I mean? On the last night of our 3-day forage, which is our final FTX, field training exercise, it's like our final test out, you could say, before you graduate basic training, or not graduate, but you get your patch, you get to wear your U.S. Army patch, there's a patching ceremony, and it was this whole thing. We had to do a combatives ring and Pugil stick ring. Combatives were a call out. I don't remember if I got called out for combatives. Probably not. Maybe I did, I don't know. But Pugils, I believe they were done by weight classes. I could be wrong with that. But it didn't matter if you were male or female. You were up against each other. So I got put up against this guy who was a fighter. Like, I don't know what kind of fighting he did, MMA maybe, or I don't know. boxer. Actually, I think that's what it was. I think he was a boxer on the civilian side. And I was like, dude is about to beat my hind in. This is about to suck. So beforehand, this was with the Pugil sticks. And if you don't know what a Pugil stick is, it's this long, I guess, wooden stick with two, like, not styrofoam, but some kind of padding on the ends to cover the ends of the stick, and two padding pieces to put your hands in to hold on to it. And what you do, let me see if I can demonstrate. Do I have a broom? I don't know where our broom is, but if I had a broom, envision it, okay? It's this long thing. I'm holding it in the middle here, and you're supposed to hit each other. Like if you turn, you hit with the end, and that's how you hit each other. Yeah. So I told him before we were going in the ring, I'm like, look, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna give it my best shot, but I know I'm about to get my butt handed to me, and it's about to hurt. I have one request. Please, 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 like, just don't hit me too hard in the head. Avoid the face if you can manage that, which you wear a face guard and supposedly a head guard. He's like, yeah, I got you. He was a pretty big dude. I guess we were in the same weight class. I don't know, but maybe it wasn't my weight classes. I actually don't know how they split us up because he was a large guy. I mean, he was shorter, but he was like stocky. So we get in there. They do their little thing or whatever. Immediately, the first thing he does is, bah, hits me in the side of the head. I mean, my ear pops, my head goes to the side. I'm trying not to fall over, but I'm like, there's ringing in my ears. I'm getting dizzy. I'm like, oh shoot, like he gave me concussion. Drill sergeant's like, come on, like egging it on, like, because a lot of the females would be more timid at the fighting part, because most of us hadn't been in a situation like that before. But this is basic training. You're supposed to be able to do it. I wasn't timid by any means. I just wasn't fast enough. This guy was fast on his feet. I got like a few shots, like side shots in. He just started going to town. Pop, 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 on both sides of my head. I felt like a ping pong ball going back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, just like that. And I'm pretty sure he gave me a concussion that night, and we just kept it rolling. But yeah, I walked away. Even though I had a face guard on, my nose was bleeding. I didn't cry, but I think I was in shock. That's why I didn't cry. And so that was not a cool experience. I mean, I guess it was. I can say I've gotten hit before. Not fully in the face, but what was that guy's name? Oh gosh, I remember his face. Okay, yeah. Cool. Really? Go somewhere else. I think his name started with an M. I don't know if any of my basic training friends are watching this, maybe they would remember. But yeah, that was my crazy Pugil stick fight story from basic training. There's so many stories you could tell from basic training though, like your first time on the rappel tower, freaking gas chamber. Every single thing we did, I feel like I have a story for. I had heard about the gas chamber before going. My dad was trying to scare me and be like, don't drink the milk, don't drink milk before you get the gas chamber, because I guess it like makes people throw up. I don't know. Well, I had never been in a situation where I knew if I was claustrophobic or not. So I surely didn't expect that to happen during the gas chamber. You have to crawl. There's like an obstacle course you have to crawl through, and if it rains the night before, there's a tunnel halfway under the ground you have to crawl through, and it's like, you basically have to swim through it, and it's pitch black and it's dark. You would think that is where my claustrophobia would come out. It didn't. It waited until the gas chamber, which actually I think the gas chamber may have been the first week. I can't remember. But we got suited up into our MOPP gear, like the whole 9 yards. And as soon as I donned my mask, my gas mask, immediately I was like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. And I was fine, but that was the first time I'd worn anything like that before. And I was freaking out, and I was just like, I mean, hyperventilating, shaking, and I was scared of the gas itself because they're there, they're trying to scare you, that's the whole point. Perform under stress and pressure. And someone was like, yeah, you gotta memorize your DOD ID number and recite it. Well, DOW ID now, but then DOD ID. You have to recite it or they're not gonna let us out. So we go in there, they do the CS gas, whatever. And sure enough, we had to know our DOD IDs. Luckily, I had memorized it from writing it so much on the paperwork at the 2 weeks of reception, or however long we were in reception. So I knew it, but you have to take your mask off and like let the gas in because you're supposed to like build trust with your equipment. Anyways, that's how I found out I was claustrophobic. Scared me real bad. This might not be the most entertaining day of stories because she is getting fussy. She is teething. So, and it's almost our bedtime. So, I think that's gonna be it for today. And hopefully tomorrow I will feel like filming and we can have some more entertaining stories. But I do have a few more video ideas coming up I'm gonna do. I'm very excited to share. I don't want to do them yet until I know for sure it's going to happen. But keep your eye out for that. I am posting shorts every day. And if you're not joined on my community page or whatever, I started doing actual posts on the community page on YouTube. So she's just wah, 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 wah. So go like, comment, and share on those as well. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Right? Oh. Exactly. And that's what I've always said. Bye, guys.